Get us in. Get us in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fable Table, an actual play live stream focused on critical world building, collaborative storytelling, and finding the fun in games. You know, all of us. We're on your screen. You're here because you've been watching this show, so I don't think we need to do introductions much anymore. But how are all of you doing today?
So good. How are you doing?
Okay.
I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good. I
you know.
have I have a 4-day work week this week, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
uh the
Jealous.
the founder of our so I work at a private college, and it is a family owned private college, which is very interesting to say in our in the field of higher education. But our founder's birthday is on Friday or this weekend, whenever it is. We're observing that day on Friday, and it is
You get that day as a
we get that day
holiday.
off
Imagine having
Oh
your birthday
man,
off as a holiday. Oh my
because you're the
god.
boss.
I'm jealous. Oh my god.
It's like
That's
the
pretty
biggest
cool.
flex. It's like, yeah, I'm such a big deal. I'm just gonna pay all of my employees to take the day off.
Right? Oh god. And it's a paid holiday?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
great.
god.
Well,
Y'all.
I get a holiday tomorrow too because here in Ohio it's been raining for 20 hours. And by 2 a.m. it's going to be below freezing and then it's going to snow for 24
Yeah.
hours. So nothing is going to happen tomorrow except I have like
Yeah.
3 places I have to be. So if you don't see me
Yeah.
next week, this is I'm in a ditch somewhere probably.
Imagine that, but in Texas with people who are not used to the cold, and that's what
Mhm.
I am going to be facing tomorrow morning.
Mm.
The last time we had a freeze as theoretically bad as the one that's going to be coming tomorrow, 96 people died 5 miles away from my house.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Yes, it was
I
a
seem to
massive car
remember.
collision.
Oh shit. Was that the year that Houston set up like, do you remember like they did like warming stations where they had like booths that people could like pop into that were like heated because
I don't know.
Texas?
I don't live in Houston, so.
Oh, well.
Are you, are
Fine.
you are you ready for the electricity fuckery? Because you're on the Texas asbestos
So
Oh,
power
I
yeah.
system.
live like a mile away from a police station, and I think we're on their grid, and that thing never goes down. I don't know what is
Nice.
going on there, but like they're locked. Like we had no power problems last, whatever,
Mhm.
last February.
Well, that's
yeah.
good at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well, weather, right? Now
Weather.
I feel old talking about the weather.
We are enemies, John.
Very good. Very good.
That's fair.
Okay. So moving on, who would like to recap what has been going on over the last many episodes? Because we just arrived at the end of our first arc last time.
It's
I
Andy.
would
It's Andy's turn.
allow me to open to this bookmark page in my notes, my red ribbon here on the page titled "Andy was
Ooh.
right."
Oh, okay.
Previously on Fable Table, the group exited the Haunted Demon Casino Glade. Alelo updated us saying that they also been out of touch with Raven. And then we encountered a correct pronunciation copse of trees, in which a group of Rust brothers were enchanting a demon frog that we had encountered on a previous episode. Hazel and Cacophony had the correct idea, which was Grand Theft Spider Mount, and to steal their mounts and run away. And Merrick and Wick had an intense bloodlust to be sated, and we went into battle. Things went sideways. Eventually, Rust Brothers were eliminated. Toad Mama entered the chat, and Cacophony fell on the field of battle. She had a vision quest to the Raven Void, in which she traded her fucking soul to come back with 1 HP. And we looted, and we learned that while we had defeated this group of Rust Brothers, nearby Brother Balsa, as in the wood, Nick, I didn't get the spelling.
Yes,
Is it
as
balsa
in
wood?
the type
Okay.
of tree.
learned of nearby Brother Balsa Wood, who we expected would also be loaded with a bunch of magical shiz, including several elf rubies, and then we all leveled up because we were rolling horrifically.
You sure did. Why don't we start there? So you all arrive in town and you're gonna have like 2 weeks of downtime. So like you all certainly have opportunity to level up, and I think we all have talked about what those moves that you're taking are. Why don't we quickly go over everyone like what move you took? You can include what stat you increased by 1. If you learned new spells, what that spell was, and then if you want to go over your alignment and any bonds that are interesting to you right now, let's do that. Who would like to go first?
Yeah. When I leveled up, I upped my wisdom, which I did last episode as well. So I'm now sitting at an 18 for wisdom, which gives me a
wow.
+3.
You've maxed
Any
out
wisdom
wisdom.
roll.
Wow. Nice.
Well, I'm the spellcaster in the party and the healer. I need to fail less healing rolls because I failed most of them so far to this point. And the move that I took was called Serenity. Let me see if I can post it in chat.
They cannot see it, but it says when you cast a spell, you ignore the first -1 penalty from ongoing spells. And that's kind of the equivalent of concentrating, is you just suffer penalties when you try and activate multiple spells all at once. But not all spells have that, so cool.
Nope.
Alignment and any notable bonds?
My alignment is neutral, and the alignment trigger that we came up with was discover a piece of knowledge for someone or something that wants to keep it hidden. And I don't think I've discovered enough of that yet. I've discovered a lot of knowledge, but it's been through discourse and communication with Raven Sisters and members of the Orc Nation. I haven't found something that's necessarily hidden as of yet. But I do have some interesting books. We picked up a book from the Rust Brothers. Maybe that will allow us to discover something. I'm certainly going to look into that this week.
Oh yeah, that tome.
Mm-hmm. As far as bonds, both of my bonds outgoing with Basil and Chives and with Cacophony, I don't feel I fulfilled them yet. And I fulfilled mine with Wick, and I'm looking for a new one. So I'm still working on that. I'll get back to you.
Okay. Millman in the chat gifted some subs. Thank you very much. 1 to Greg Hansen and 1 to Critical Role.
Yeah, he gave me 1 to Tupac. And yes, the actual... No, not Tupac. What was... some rapper who was on. The I'm on a boat guy.
Okay. Well, we are now endorsed by Critical Role, so you know this is a good show.
All right.
Millman's just fishing.
It's T-Pain is, I believe, the person you're thinking.
T-Pain, thank you.
Oh,
I don't
excellent.
know my rappers.
All right, who would like to go next?
I added camouflage,
Nice.
which, as I understand it, I don't actually have to roll for. I just get it. When I keep still in natural surroundings, enemies never spot me until I make a move.
That's awesome.
Fucking
Definitely
invisible, bro.
remind me that you have that.
Oh, I will. I mean, I'll just click it.
Perfect.
Like the Predator.
Like I did
from
just
the
now.
Hit Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Predator.
Just flat out invisible.
Precisely.
All right. And alignment and bonds?
Chaotic. And I still bonded with Merrick, trusting him, but also being wary of religious people, since religion was the downfall of the Fawn people that took me in, and Wick, who I am begrudgingly agreed to protect, but will not stand in the way if he tries to die, because that seemed like it was a thing earlier in our quest.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
What a bond. You'll let me die. Hell yeah.
I guess now do I have a bond with Cacophony about how we're both right and everyone else in this group is wrong about everything?
You can. You could
Yeah.
write something like that. Sure.
Yeah, put on like my thing. Not that you'll let me die, but now you have to like prove me that I'm wrong, which you'll
Mm.
never do because I'm always right, and you'll never. Well, always right, baby. Ooh.
All right.
I can go next now that I'm
Please.
done having a weird fit. John put his 1 attribute point into dexterity, putting him to 18 dexterity. I
Nice.
now will always hit things. Then I got the signature weapon that makes my sword sharper. I have the sharpest sword in the land.
So that gives you piercing to ignore armor.
Yeah, ignore
Nice.
2 armor.
Nice.
That's it. I for bonds, I'm tempted to get rid of the one I have for cacophony because I mean, how do you get back at someone who like literally died in front of you? Like, do I really? Isn't that just being petty at that point?
My bond with you also does not feel right
Yeah, you have
anymore.
no forgiveness in your black twisted heart. Uh,
That's true.
you should never have put that down in the first place. So, this bond is not resolved, but can I delete it anyway?
Yeah, if you feel it's no longer appropriate, then that is resolved.
Okay, well,
Or like
I'm gonna mark experience then because you're letting me.
do it.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Cacophony, I no longer have the infantile urge to get back at you for all the wrongs you have done to me.
Oh, good. Because I did
Instead,
die.
I will just pity you.
Thank you.
That's appropriate,
Pity
I
you
think.
until you are worth hating again.
Don't worry, I'll give you something to hate. Don't worry. Half an episode in, we'll be at each other's throats. It'll be great.
I don't have a bond for Merrick either, because he has proven himself a capable fighter not worthy of my protection. So I'll think of something later for that.
Okay.
And Basil, my one for you is what the fuck is your goat and what the fuck are you? Because I know nothing about anything you're about. So it's going to be a learning experience.
Given what your
Questionable
character...
goat.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's really funny that you're asking the human what the fuck he is when you're like the weirdest character we have in the entire show.
That's a lie. I am not. I am normal.
All right, Shannon, would you like to go over your stuff?
Yeah. So my alignment is evil. So that just means that I can shift danger or blame from myself to anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
My bonds are with Wick, and initially it was because I wanted to gain his trust and then trick him and steal all of his gold. But it just doesn't feel right anymore because he doesn't really have a lot of gold, and I'm kind of feeling bad about all of this. Doesn't feel like something that I can do now. And then I just added a new bond to my list for Basil and Chives. I put animal homies. So
That's your bond, animal homies.
That's it.
yes,
Excellent.
they're they're animal homies. Like we see things differently
Mm-hmm.
than y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
And then so my new thing that I got was Dirty Fighter. I'm gonna click it, and it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, your backstab just deals a boatload
Yeah.
of additional damage.
And then any other attack deals an extra 1d4. So
Oh, and specifically when using a precise or hand weapon. Okay.
Mm.
Gotcha. Nice. All right. So
a really good one.
A lot of damage.
Yes, lots and lots of damage. But
In
kind of a glass
theory.
cannon, you know, because you died.
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so you all arrive back at town. Let me get some town music going here. You all arrive back at the Hollows. You arrive with the Raven sister and are greeted at the gate, the east gate, by a number of guard guards people. I think the grave wardens largely comprise most of the like town watch, but there are others who volunteer to stand watch and do patrols and stuff. So there are others who are just, you know, like the average halfling or lizard folk or fawn or this or that. But today there are some grave wardens on watch. It's probably the same two that snickered at Wick when he returned from visiting. What's your mentor's name? Lucian? Lucerian?
Lucerin.
Lucerin. That's it.
Luceron.
That's right. They are there as well. This time, however, they do not snicker as you approach, but they kind of look a little shocked as you approach.
We approach.
Weren't you?
Hey guys.
Hey.
Yeah, where's Rick?
Oh, I just realized your nameplate is incorrect, John.
It's fine. I don't mind.
We're gonna fix it.
Where's Rick? Where's Grandpa?
Rick is in the kitchen.
All right, see ya. And we walk.
They whisper to themselves as you pass by them, and you make your way to the kitchen, the Moss family kitchen, which is both a place of employment for you, Merrick, and also the Rick Moss's kind of
Mob family back room.
Yeah. Godfather operation home base. You are of course welcomed into the tavern, which is doing quite well. There's a lot of people there. Cedric, the alternate chef to you, Merrick, waves at you from back in the kitchen and says, "Oh, thank God, this kid, he is just, we really need you in here." And he points at a little boy whose name is Robin, who is the blacksmith's son. And he, like, you just see a hand, like, up through the window waving.
Like, oh, well, good to see you. Happy to help, but we have some small business first. Catch you in a minute.
All right. And then he returns back to work.
I take a sneak peek at the kitchen. How messy is it?
It's, I very rarely get to roll some dice, so, not great. It's not as bad as you expected, but it's bad.
Mm-hmm. I cringe a little bit and then hurry into the back room before I have to look at it any longer.
Yeah. Okay. So you all head into the kind of the den. We'll just call it the den for simplicity. And there sitting in some very, very comfortable chairs around a large oak table, is Rick Moss and two other family elders. You are like guided in, like there's a guard at the door, a grave warden who opens the door and lets you in, and announces
Cousin
you.
Daryl.
Cousin Daryl? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, cousin. And he just glares daggers, and then, all right, moving into the room.
You are.
Yeah. I'll start us off. I am a Moss. They can't take that away from me. I call into the room so confident. Rick! Hey!
Wick.
Oh, it's Edith! Edith and Judy. Hey!
They
Give Nick more names to put down. To slow his roll.
furiously writing names down. Edith and Judy both kind of clear their throats, set their glasses of mead and port wine down, lean back and go, "Have you accomplished your task?"
Well, why don't we have the task speak for themselves? Lolly lule lo, why don't you come on in here?
Alelo enters, or steps around from behind you and says, "I am the Raven sister Alelo. I believe we have met many years ago." And they nod their heads and say, "Welcome." The village has been quite sick over the last few months, recovering from winter. We could really use your assistance. And she nods and says, I will get to work right away. And we can work out arrangements later. And they nod.
Should I show her to our massive stash of medicinal plants?
They gesture, to point out, yes, you can.
All right, I leave at the first opportunity and imagine they'll give me my reward later.
Rick calls out to you. Boy, we are not done yet.
I'll put my
Turned
hand
around, nobody sees Wick's face, just wince.
I put my hand on Wick's shoulder and
He
say,
just called me boy. He's...
Easy. No, you're good.
And Rick gestures to Daryl and says, settle up with the rest of them. The Hollows thanks you all for your service.
Oh. Gratitude.
Rick looks at you, Merrick, and says, Merrick, it is good to have you back. Please.
It's good to be back.
The kitchen surely could use your attention.
I'll get on it here in a minute.
Excellent.
We were able to accomplish one of our tasks. The other one, recovering the Wick family sword. We are still outstanding on that one.
Yes.
That wasn't your task. What? That's my
Okay.
task. And I know where it is.
Do you now?
Yep.
Wonderful.
I
speak
wipe
of...
the tears off my face like a bipolar disorder person. I narrow my eyes at Rick. What? What do you want?
Perhaps we should debrief in private.
Yeah. Bye, Edith. Bye, Judy. Bye, guys. I assume this is just for me.
Daryl will escort the rest of you, Basil, Chives, Merrick, Cacophony, and Alelo, out of the room, and they will settle up with you, meaning you all are going to just get paid 50 coin each.
Funny.
50 coin each.
Put it on your sheets.
Yes.
I'm going to hold off until it tells me I get 50 coin too. Specifically. Nick.
Yeah.
What's this interaction you want from me and Rick here?
It basically is going to boil down to, is there anything I need to know that happened on the mission?
Yeah, we ambushed a bunch of Rust brothers. We stole their journal, which Merrick, I believe, possesses. And then it turns out that the main guy who stabbed me in the chest is at Whaler's Hold. Or his corpse is, who stole the blade. So
yes,
I'm gonna have to go up there.
I've suspected the blade was there, as many heirlooms and artifacts that the Rust brothers find for themselves seem to make their way there.
Do you have any... Wasn't it like a dwarf hold or something?
Yes, Whaler's Hold was once occupied by the Belder family, a proud family of dwarves.
Once or still is?
It is occupied by the Rust brothers and has throughout the entirety of the Blood Mist.
Well, where have the dwarves gone? Are they dead?
We have not heard from them.
Okay, well, there goes the usurpation idea out.
There are rumors that a Turek Belder still is out there, but we have received no credible information to this effect.
Okay. Other than that, I go over the fact that there is a demon casino of not hostile demons. Don't take my word on it, though. Listen to Merrick. You trust him.
So obviously the Grave Wardens have a kind of a predisposition towards the undead and a aggressive manner in dealing with them. But they've also, as a large part of the city guard, had to fight off a lot of demons. Do you think that... Do you have an impression of of how he would take this news?
I think it'd be just as surprising as it was for Wick,
Mm-hmm.
who had to roll with the insanity and just accept the confused state he was in to get a Raven person freed.
Yes. Yes. Even more disturbing than this news that demons are organizing entertainment for themselves that isn't vicious murder, is the fact that you brought only one Raven sister home. Where are the others?
Oh, they super died.
I see.
We talked to one's ghost.
You did.
Yeah.
How
She
did...
was like poltergeisting around.
This is disturbing news. Well, I'm sure Alayla, was it, will be wanting to reconnect with her kin. We will make sure she has every comfort to accomplish her work here.
Okay, that was you were really implying you were going to straight up murder her right there. I don't know if you realized that.
I got that a little bit too.
You're gonna make her
Definitely.
rejoin her kin, eh, Rick?
Edith leans over and says, "Rick, your menacing personality is bleeding through." And he goes, "Apologies, I meant we would extend every comfort to her to ensure."
Oh, you don't need to apologize to me.
No, I don't. Will that be all, or is there anything else?
I leave. I'll take a dismissal. Hell yeah.
All right.
I'm done.
As soon as you exit the door, Daryl is standing there, and he just shoves a pouch of 50 gold into your chest.
I yoink it and then leave the inn immediately, not even looking at my other 3 party members.
All right.
You can hear, as you leave, you can totally hear Merrick yelling at Robin in the kitchen to go get his ass over there and start washing some dishes. And, like, you see him, like, hustling and reshuffling things in there and taking charge. And maybe Cedric feeling a little more at ease.
What a leader.
As long as I'm doing
Excellent.
something.
Taking
feeling
charge. All right. So, we can go ahead and fade out of our Moss Family Den music. So, here you all are. Is there any we have a week. I'm
Nice.
curious if there's any other like specific interactions anyone wants like immediately upon your return. But otherwise we have a week to do some kind of like downtime stuff. The village is still kind of like slowly waking up from winter still, because you know there's still a lot of sick individuals and people kind of like taking care just to focus on their health and not overwork themselves. And now with the arrival of a Raven sister, the kind of the mood and energy picks up. I think people were starting to get really anxious that, you know, a kind of dependable force of health and wellness in the community that they've depended on for many years not showing up was creating a lot of strife and anxiety. But now that there is a Raven sister here, it you know, people are starting to relax and look forward to things, look forward to spring. Yeah. So there is a particular move that we have access to called Bolster, which I'm going to switch over to our Roll20 view. And make sure. Let's do this one. For some reason, it never keeps my window for Roll20 on the stream. This one. Okay, there we go. So Bolster. When you spend your leisure time in study, meditation, or hard practice, you gain preparation. If you prepare for a week or 2, gain 1 preparation. If you spend a month or longer, you gain 3 preparation. When your preparation pays off, spend 1 preparation for +1 to any roll. You can only spend 1 prep per roll. So this is basically, I want to offer you all the opportunity with these kind of 2 weeks of downtime. What are you doing like for yourself, for the community? Are you working on any projects? So projects are something that we can just kind of like you tell me something that you want to do that will influence the world, and I will provide some sort of narrative and mechanical benefit at some point and work it into the story. Or you could spend your time doing training or preparation and just gain this resource that you can spend on relevant roles in the future. So yeah, we have this time before our next kind of activity. How do you all like spend your time, or what are you doing now that the world is open and changing?
I think Cacophony is taking her death seriously, and she's gonna look at getting some armor and like making herself stronger and healthier, because God knows what it will cost her if she dies again.
Yeah.
So
Well, that doesn't need to be like your bolster or project.
no,
Yeah,
Okay.
you can just like with 2 weeks you can buy stuff.
cool.
There's leather armor for 10 coins. There's scale mail for 50. And I think you would be really hard pressed to be able to buy plate armor, which is a lot more expensive.
I've only got like 80 coin, so
Yeah. So yeah, feel free to take a look at the armor list and buy something.
Have you considered getting a shield for an additional +1 armor?
I have not.
They are very heavy, but they're very effective.
They are.
They are. I
But-
think they're like 2 load.
They're 2-weight. Yeah.
Unfortunately, scale mail is clumsy, which gives certain characters negative mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
I
about
need to think on it.
Andy?
Cacophony, actually, I think selling you Mushla's shield would probably satisfy the bond, literally, that I just wrote about emphasizing how right we are to be safer in our interactions in the wild.
Okay.
So we can negotiate that if you want. Nick, I have a
Yeah,
question real quick.
sounds
I
good.
have a second short sword. Did you drop me 2 by accident, or did I pick another one up and I forgot?
There were 2 available because I think Brother Spade would have. I mean, he's the one who had 4 arms, and he would have definitely had a second short sword to be able to just drop his bow and go swing, 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 swing.
Okay, so then
General Grievous.
Right on. But I might. Well, I guess I'll hang on to it. I might get a move later that requires a second weapon. Stock ammo during this time, like remake arrows and everything.
Yeah, that's certainly something you can do with your downtime. Absolutely.
Yeah, I wanna stock up on arrows, and I'm still at 11 out of 21 health. Do I?
Oh, everyone healed to full. You have a week of down or 2 of downtime. So unless you're doing anything dangerous, everyone will start our next story arc with full HP.
And
So, no,
also,
just,
any debilitations are gone as well?
Yeah, I believe with the recover move, when you do nothing but rest and comfort for a day, you recover all HP. After 3 days, you remove 1 debility. And you all have a healer. There is now a Raven Sister here, so yeah, you all clear all your debilities.
Okay, Merrick. He's just making fun of your spell casting.
John, is my voice coming through strangely?
It might be. I can't tell.
Slight, slight buffer, slight reverb.
Yeah.
I might adjust
I
your
can also not sit so far back, if that helps at all.
Yeah. Now you sound perfect. So,
All right.
Here we go.
I guess that was a MB.
Andy, are you still going with what you're doing for the week? Or
Is there any cost or issue to restocking arrows? Anything I need to know for that process? I feel like anyone can just make arrows out of the wild and potentially collaborate with nearby bird people. I feel like Hazel can put arrows together pretty easily. But
Yeah, I don't think there's any risk there. Go
Okay.
ahead and feel free
just
to like top off your
pop
current.
up fully,
Oh, sorry, what?
just stock back up.
Yeah, feel free to stock up like your current bundle, top it off, and then even add an extra bundle if you'd like.
I can't because I'm encumbered.
Okay, you're now full.
Unless Cacophony wants to negotiate this shield because I need it.
Okay.
Cacophony, you need a shield?
I think I do. Keep getting my ass handed to me.
All right. I'll take some feathers for arrows and I don't know. What's your offer?
Well, how much use do you have for coin? Gold. I have poison. I got hella poison, son. I don't know how
Ooh.
much you might need that.
Can I make some
It's-
poison arrows? Is that in the realm of possibility in this world right now?
Yes, Cacophony could lace some of your arrows with poison if she'd like, but that would spend
Right.
her poison to do that.
Is that something that I can do in this time of bolstering? Is like make more?
Mhm.
Okay, then
Yeah.
yeah, that works out. I think that's a fair trade.
Right. Shield is all yours, and I will poison. Nick, what do you think? Like one bundle of arrows? Two bundles? All three?
One bundle should be good.
Okay.
Don't touch it with your bare hands. Just be careful.
Ooh, actually, I
I'll
might
be
want to
careful.
look that up.
What is the poison, by the way?
Bloodweed.
Nice.
Let me here. I will copy paste the effect.
Cool.
Onto
Did
your
anyone
sheet.
pick up that crossbow?
I thought that I think I handed it to Cacophony. Do you have
Really?
it?
Yeah, Cacophony had the crossbow, I thought.
Okay. I
What?
just wanted to make sure. Do you have a crossbow on your character sheet?
I don't know. Do
I know what happened. We were in discussions and we're like, you were like,
I do have
yeah.
a crossbow on my sheet. I got
Alright,
you.
good.
Sorry. I had to look at it for a second. I was like, well, do I have a fucking crossbow? I have a
Right.
crossbow, y'all.
I'm glad you said that and cut me off because I was about to blame Nick because he was the one who's gonna drop it on your sheet.
Damn, nice.
No, I
guess you
definitely
did.
do. I didn't remember it all. I'm sorry, everybody.
Nick,
it's
should I
good.
delete Mushla's shield?
Yes, I've added it to Cacophony's sheet.
So I can delete mine.
Yeah. Yep. And then
Right.
if we go to the main tab of your sheet, Andy, I will give you the poison information here. Just 1 second. Go ahead, Shannon.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were doing something.
Oh, I was gonna post the move for Poisoner so that we could see like what the effects were because I think it's like
yeah, please do that.
for me. Okay, so here's that Poisoner Bloodweed. So you can see Bloodweed. The target deals 1d4 ongoing until cured. But I think for me, it's like I'm no longer affected by it, but I think it's touch, right?
Yes. So
Yes.
you are able to safely handle and apply this poison without any risk of hurting affecting yourself. Basil, as long as he is not touching the tips of the arrows, should be fine. But if Basil tried to apply the poison himself, there would be risk.
Gotcha.
So Andy, you now have the move. You can just click to display the effect of those poisoned arrows.
Got it.
That's
Did.
super cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
So added that to my here, just that the current first bundle of arrows is poisoned with bloodweed.
Yeah, you could also track your bundle of bloodweed separately and kind of like Hawkeye it, where you have various arrows in different places.
I'm gonna do that.
Nice. Okay.
So if I'm fully stocked on Bloodweed, I can only have 3 uses, or can I make more and like have a surplus, or is that like because I haven't leveled up my Poisoner's ability yet? I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure. I haven't looked very closely at the poisoner stuff. I will take a quick look. Does anyone else have any ideas for stuff they want to do while I'm looking that up?
Sure. Merrick is going to spend part of his week in study. I'm going to be reading over Gorthank's diary. I've read a little bit of it, but I know there's a lot more to delve into. And I'm
Yes.
also going to be looking at the Book of Annealment that we picked up off the Rust Brothers and studying that as well.
Yeah, okay. So Gorthank's diary. I'm gonna give you the one remaining bit that I've been very shy about sharing. There is a lot. There is a lot to go through. You do notice that at one point the diary stops and there's lots of blank pages, and you start to flip through those last pages to see, maybe there's an extra page where he's written something. And the book goes on and on and on. And as much as you flip the book, you cannot get past the middle. There is an infinite amount of middle.
It's almost like the book is never ending.
It is.
Merrick, you're going crazy, man. It's getting to you.
You can swipe life.
Damn it, Cedric!
Swipe
I
left
told you
forever.
not to use the mushrooms. Don't use the mushrooms. Not the ones from under that tree. You got to go out in the forest and collect some. I don't care
Okay.
if you're lazy.
Okay.
And then I will, seeing that, I'm going to test. I'm going to try to write down in Gorthank's diary what we have learned of Patty and the Demon Casino.
Okay. You take lots of notes. So your bolster,
then-
it sounds
Yes,
like
he does.
anytime you're trying to consult Gorthank's information you've learned from Gorthank in the future, you can take +1 forward.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be anything from like a spout lore to any other type of role that has to do with Gorthank's
Applies to it, yeah.
knowledge. Yeah, and there's a lot in
day-
there.
Mhm.
Um,
I write in it, and then I wait 20 minutes, and I check, and can I still not get past the middle?
yeah. Yes.
Okay, so it just keeps growing.
Yes.
Does the book? What's the right way to ask this? I feel like the book is going to continue to get heavier and heavier as more pages are added. Is it?
No.
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 Okay.
You could literally
Right.
spend a whole day flipping left, and the book is still the
Mhm.
same size and weight.
All right.
What if he just opens it from the back?
It's as you approach the limit, it goes to infinity.
No, so you close the book and then you open the back cover.
Yeah.
What would he see?
A blank page.
And then, okay, cool. Interesting.
All right. I will spend some time discerning that, and then I would like to spend some time as well looking at the Book of Annealment
Yes.
that we
So
obtained from the Rust Brothers.
yeah. So this is a basically a Bible of like psalms and stories and in some chapters just straight up like proselytization of the word of rust. And in the kind of the back half, as you examine it, there's kind of like an Old Testament and a New Testament. Old Testament is all about like the teachings of Rust, and like those go back to like the original humans before they arrived in the Ravenlands. Like Rust is a god that has been honored by your people for as long as history has existed, and Rust hasn't always been perceived as like a total asshole. But the Church of Rust has, and that is what the New Testament is basically about, is like all of the stuff that the Church of Rust teaches now. And that is, like we need to, be cutting the fat, we need to be working ourselves, we need to be getting rid of weakness in our personal selves, but also in our society. The Rust Prince is going to lead the way and allow us to do that. His work has already proven that. And it is through his strength alone that we will protect the world from some. Yeah, you also start to see like references to a prophecy that there is a great evil that will befall the Ravenlands and has been predicted. It's very, very vague, though. It doesn't say who has predicted it. It doesn't say what they are predicting specifically, but there is some terrible calamity that is supposed to befall the Ravenlands. And this kind of puts into context a lot of what the Church of Rust, a lot of their motivation. You know, they think that they are preparing for some terrible
great
event.
calamity.
Doomsday preppers?
Yeah,
The religious
kind of.
extremist
A
doomsday
little
preppers.
bit. A little bit.
Nice.
After hearing that, after reading that, I'm instantly going to go back to Gorthank's diary and I'm going to look for any mention of a prophecy. To see
All
if
of
maybe
the
Gorthank
prophecies.
came across anything that might relate to this.
They're
vaguest of
no.
prophecies.
Gorthank
No.
has no idea what this is about. Actually, let me think about this. Would Gorthank have talked to Rust Brothers and tried to learn from them?
How open-minded was Gorthank?
I think Gorthank would have tried, but he...
Roll a dice, Nick! This is a grand opportunity.
Yeah, so there is notes on the Rust Brothers and the Church of Rust in the diary, but it basically amounts to like my attempts to converse with and exchange culture with the Rust Brothers has been met with prejudice, racism, and near violence.
Casual violence.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
You call them doomsday preppers. I think it's a little more zealous than that. They are preparing to defend the world, not prepare for a world that will eventually end. They genuinely want all of the Ravenlands to be prepared for this. And they think that it is their work to prepare others. And that this is why they go out and demand tribute. They demand sacrifice, both materially and physically, and spiritually. And also it's part of the reason why they're prejudiced against other kin, because they think humans are better. They're kind of racist, Nazi fascists. So,
Man.
yeah.
All
The worst kind of zealot, the one who thinks they're doing good.
Right. Yeah, they do. And they think that by pushing others through trial and adversity is going to make them better. So they are proud of the harm that they're doing to other villages when they go around demanding tribute or else, because that forces them to shape up or ship out.
This Bible is pretty clear and cut.
Okay.
We see all through the implications, Nick. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I need to go talk to Luceren after Merrick's finished.
I have one last thing that I would like to do. As
Yes.
we've gone through the week a little bit, I'm going to seek out Cacophony. Because I know that she had a rough go there. I know that we almost lost her. I think I'm going to brew maybe a cup of tea and go find her and sit down and be like, hey, how you holding up?
Doing okay, I guess.
That was a pretty close situation. We were worried that we almost lost you there.
Oh, you did lose me. I was dead. I was full on dead. So, yeah, as bad as it was for you, it was so much worse for me.
I can imagine.
But, it sucked. But I have a mission and I have a purpose, and now I have a direction. I knew I had something I needed to do, but I felt aimless before, and I didn't really have a compass, and now I do. I know where I have to go. I know what I have to do. I know who I have to talk to, and I know who I need to help.
Did you have some sort of vision while you were under?
I did. I know that you're not a follower of Raven, but it made me. I felt Raven is still powerful, but he made me feel ashamed to be who I am. To be one of his. He has given up all hope. There is no fight left in him, and he is a shadow of himself.
It's very disturbing.
It's incredibly disturbing. So that whatever I have to do to show him that, to force his hand to make him act again, and that's what I'm going to do. I can be very persistent and incredibly annoying. I believe in myself.
I will beseech Worm the next time that I speak to him for any
Yeah.
knowledge I can give you on Raven.
That would be fantastic. I mean, because you have a pretty tight bond with your god, and seems like things are going okay for him. I want to know what happened to Raven.
I'll see what information I can discern.
Hey, thanks, Merrick.
Glad you're doing okay.
Oh,
Always available if you need to talk. And I think we
oh.
can fade the scene there if you'd like. John, go.
Hello. I'm waiting for Nick to give me permission. If he
Uh-oh.
can.
Yes, Shannon, you can brew as many poisons as you want. And
Oh my god, I'm gonna brew so many poisons, y'all.
All of the bloodweed.
I think
So
like
many poisons.
one batch per downtime though, it would be my restriction.
Seems fair.
So since it's 2 weeks, is that 2 downtimes?
Fine.
Nice.
Okay, thanks.
Can I? Sorry, never mind. Go ahead.
No, by all means, go, Andy.
No, you do yours.
Okay. Nick,
Yes.
I
John.
go back to my hut, up in the mountains, up in the hills, where gold can be found in them hills. I seek out the hidden path amongst the Surgeon Ridge line that marks Lucaren's home near some kind of, like, stream, I guess, where he pans for gold. He, she, they.
Yeah, so Luceren is he's an older elf. He would have told you at some point, and he would have explained to you at some point that as elves get really mature, they get more control over their physical appearance. So much so that they can manipulate their body and transition it with some effort. You know, change their hair color, change their facial features, change their body structure and size. They can even shift gender if they so choose.
Okay.
So among elves, changing pronouns is appropriate, but Luceren uses he, him.
Okay. I go to Luceren. I need to speak with them.
You walk into his hut, and suddenly he's behind you. What do you want?
Why are you being so aggressive?
Sorry, it's been a tough day with the gold. It has not been. I haven't come up with anything interesting in a while.
Well, I bet you'll come up with something interesting. I pull out the 3 elven rubies in my fingertips.
His eyes just go absolutely wide, and he said,
You told me you were looking for these, or something like them.
yes. There are many rubies lost to the war and to time, but this, and he he quickly reaches for the
give
large
them.
ruby.
Go for it.
Where
Take
did you
them all.
Where did you find this?
Well, how averse to you is the subject of murder? I kind of murdered some Rust brothers. You know, my old friends, as it were. And, you know, they had them on them. I saw what they were. You keep telling me how you want to make some cool jewelry out of these, and, here you are.
Oh, yes. For many elves who reach my age, many wish to simply continue their days as an elf, as a ruby alone, and shed their bodies. And ornating them with fine jewelry is a common practice for us.
I tap my nose. I know.
But this, and he is still he has not broken eye contact with the large ruby. Says this is something miraculous. there are many elves who also are open to being revived in the still mist to the far north. And
Like over the mountain range north?
yes,
Vast Whalers Hold north?
yes. In the Dankwood, beyond the Dankwood, at the north end of the Ravenlands lies the still mist that was given to our people by Lo, the goddess. And it is there that rubies can be revived. And this individual, as he palms the large ruby, which is probably like, I think most elven rubies are kind of like the size of a large stone. This is the size of like a cell phone.
Oh, so like a average Tums bottle?
Sure, yeah. There you go, John. You were ready for
Props
that.
on hand.
Yep. It's massive. Absolutely massive. And he says, This is an elder ruby. This is one of the oldest elves in the land.
It's a good thing we killed the people who stole them then, huh?
Yes. This is absolutely incredible. A miracle.
It is, isn't it?
And
It's a good thing I trusted my gut. My ally, he just wanted to steal their horses and run off with the horses. But I'm glad we did this miraculous good thing.
Yes, indeed. What were you planning to do with it?
Give it to you?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're the only elf here.
He nods. This is important. And he puts a hand on your shoulder.
I look up at them.
Thank you. Is
You're
there
welcome.
anything I can do for you and repay this?
No. You've done enough.
And I think he offers to like let you stay and like tell him about your adventure. He offers you tea, small talk about goldsmithing.
We go panning for gold in the, twilight. Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's worth noting that he keeps like he finds a necklace that he can like attach the ruby to. Well, maybe a necklace would be too not good enough.
An amulet? A talisman?
Yeah. I think he's like looking through his things to find something to set it in, but it's just so massive that he doesn't quite find anything.
It's fine.
And he keeps it on his person in his pocket.
There we go. So, I guess this is more like John to DM question that would also be illuminated in a roleplay scene. Can the little rubies not be revived, or is it just the big ones?
Oh no, they can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
It's a little strange how he just kind of like sets those on the table and just completely ignores them. And they are
I don't question it.
They are people. like
Yep.
Like we, the viewers, recognize like these are all elves, and he is completely disregarding two of them.
Luceren is a deep and complex individual who lives in the hills looking for gold, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He saved my life. I don't have a place to question his motivations, reasonings, or even his intent.
Of course.
We'll worry about that when Wick dies. But for now, I enjoy the week, I guess, and I kind of want to make something. Can I make something out of gold?
Yeah, what do you want to make?
Something that can be peddled. Maybe as like a favor, or some art object. Like, hey, have this.
Yeah.
Little scamp.
Give me. Let's do a check to see the quality that you can create.
Goldsmithing's a really dexterous craft, right?
Yeah, sure. Give me let's break in that new 18 of your decks.
You just want me to roll decks?
Yeah, just roll decks.
It's okay.
That is a 7. Okay. In equipment, they have. I know this because I was
Wait.
looking at earlier.
Wait, what? Is this real?
This is a gift worth about 25 coin.
Oh.
It's like I just call it a trinket.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't even know that this was a thing. Cool.
Well, if that's what you want to use your project doing, go for
That's
it.
what I want to do. I want to make it.
Yep.
I'm gonna Wix art. There we go.
Let me be clear. No one in town gives a fuck about your stuff,
That's
and we'll buy
fine.
it
Yeah,
from
I
you.
don't care. Of course. I don't want to sell it to these schmucks. They don't understand real art.
True.
Yeah.
So true.
So when you're selling it, you can make a roll to try and upsell it for more coin. There's a risk of failure in getting less or not selling it at all.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
All right. So let's do. Unless there's anything else, we can brief our next arc here.
I mean, is anybody else buying gear and equipment?
I know Andy wanted to do something. And
Oh, I was just gonna buy some bandages.
Yeah, you can do that at cost.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and do that.
Great.
Cacophony, are you intending to use the crossbow at all?
Maybe. I think I want like a ranged weapon just because like I again got my ass handed to me in like close combat. So I need something that I can I'm willing to trade.
I have 3 throwing daggers if you want those.
Oh no, I have so many daggers.
But are they throwing daggers?
Yes.
Then you already have a ranged. What? What? It's the same range.
I want the crossbow.
Is a
Okay, go
crossbow
for
the
it.
same range?
It should be, yeah. They should both be near.
Are they? Okay.
I don't know. Now you're making me double guess.
I'm
Crossbow.
looking right now.
Crossbows.
they're both
Yeah, they're
near.
both near.
Near.
Okay.
Yep.
But the crossbow
Crossbow
has
is 1
plus
damage.
1 damage.
That's true.
Keep it then. Take it.
So and something about reload.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reload tag.
Just make
After
sure
you
get
attack with it, it
arrows.
takes more than a moment to reset for another attack.
So, I mean, can I use, I mean, what, is there a rule that says that I can't, like, shoot somebody with my crossbow and then whip a dagger out and throw that at them too? Like, because there's no,
Yeah, it's just if you want to
Reload
attack a
time
second
on
time with
that.
a crossbow, when the camera turns to focus on you, you need to spend that moment reloading.
gotcha.
Okay. So,
Nick,
yes.
Nick, there are places to. Can we buy weapons here in town?
Yeah. Basically, if it's anything under 25 gold, it's readily it's readily available. Anything above 25, we will need to do a roll.
It's under 25. I think Merrick, after using his warhammer quite ineffectively against the vines, is going to switch to a battle axe.
Oh, hell yeah. That's plus 1 damage, but plus 1
It
weight.
is. Yep, I can take it. Can I sell my warhammer?
Yes, you can sell it for half price.
Half price. Perfect. I will take care of that.
It
Is
is
there any
used.
other player conversations we need to have? Any one-on-one scenes?
I think I am good at the moment, unless someone else wants to.
Okay.
I don't know how much downtime we're ever going to get after this moment, so I want to remind everybody.
No more.
Never again.
Never again.
Creepy.
Yeah. Okay. So, the weeks go by, people's health start to improve, people get, to doing more farming, more activities, it's the town is more lively. But the Grave Wardens appear to be slightly more anxious and on edge than usual. Having a Raven sister present while the Rust brothers have been so active is risky. In the off chance that a Rust brother, group decides to come over this way and visit the hollows, it could be really risky. You know, being found, you know, aiding and abetting a criminal, effectively. So they have like kind of doubled the guard, and well, not doubled the guard so much as like started sending patrols to try and keep an eye out for Rust Brother patrols. So when the water, the river, let's switch maps here, or let me switch cams here. Oh no, we're already on the map cam. Wonderful. So when this river over here that feeds into all of the
farms and
farmland
cemeteries.
suddenly goes dry, it's really concerning.
Ah,
And there is really not really many that people available to go check that out and resolve whatever the issue is. So once again, Rick Moss calls you all in and asks if you would be willing to go upriver as far as it takes to find the blockage and deal with whatever it is.
yeah, sure.
He warns that the river runs as far north up into the mountains as very close to Whaler's Hold. Like it is the snow melt from the mountains near the you know, the base of operations of the Church of Rust in this area. Like it's real close, so you'll want to be very careful of Rust Brothers. But that's also up near there is where the goblins and halflings live, and much further to the north is where the elves are. So there may be opportunity to make contact, and if possible, you know, build connections and, you know, offer to liaise a little bit on behalf of the Hollows and just tell them about the city. You know, and with potential opportunity to create trade and form relationships.
What we do here.
Yeah. So, knowing that, is there any additional preparation that you all want to take before heading out?
Food.
Yes.
Yes.
Stock up on
And-
food.
Food, and I want to buy that
currently
armor.
have 10 dungeon rations on me.
You have 10 dungeon
Yes.
rations? Like,
I have 2 quantity of 5 rations apiece for 10 total. 10 days of
Damn.
food.
okay. I also want to do that. How do I do that?
You find the dungeon rations on your character sheet. You click the arrow for details, and you put quantity to 2. In the gear tags, you want to list that you have 10 uses. And as long as you leave the weight at 1 and leave the quantity at 2, it will show up on your load on your character sheet.
And these are free, right, Nick? Or do I have to pay for them?
Yeah, I mean, given the fact that Merrick works in the kitchen and the kitchen's run by the Moss family and they're sending you on this mission, I think it's fine. You all can stock up on a reasonable amount of rations. And I think
Alright,
looking at how much
4?
load each of you have.
4? Question mark?
What's that?
4?
5 uses, 3 okay.
4 quantities of dungeon rations?
Oh my god. That's
Or
so
20
much.
uses?
20. That's like 20 days of food.
But
I'm going to remind everybody,
Yeah.
just real quick,
Yeah.
what happened when we tried to trade and barter with the last tribal faction we ran into. And we had to break in instead of bribe because we would have starved otherwise.
Yeah.
Hattie
I'm
offered
planning
you
to bring
food.
some lunches. True, she did.
Anyway. Okay. So, yeah. You all head out northwest corner of the Hollows. You pass through the farmlands where the Stonetooth family and some other halfling farm families are working with you know, young and old are in the fields doing work. As much as they can. Irrigation has stopped for them at this point, so they are anxious, to say the least. All right.
The crop will outright just die immediately. We got a couple weeks.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, there's time, but this is seriously concerning.
Yeah.
Okay. So, once again, we are going to undertake a perilous journey. So I will need someone to be on watch. I will need someone to be the trailblazer, and I will need someone to be quartermaster.
I'm willing to trailblaze again if Andy
can-
wants to
I
be
can
on
take-
watch.
Watch.
I feel like I always do the quartermaster, so I'll let Andy decide if he wants to be a part of it or not.
I'll do the quartermaster.
Okay.
Nice.
As a reminder, Andy chose a move that allows him to just get a 10 plus automatically. Okay.
Which is how we had the drop on the cops last time that we threw away.
Yeah.
Still bitter.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, everyone, go
Nice.
ahead and make your wisdom rolls. Wick, what was your job?
I was leading the way. I'm gonna stop leading the way. Hey, at least we get the drop on everyone, right, guys?
Perfect. Okay.
We just take a little bit longer to get there.
Okay, so it is going to take longer, but the journey goes quite quickly. Or I'm sorry, the journey goes slow because Wick is leading the way, but you
I've
maintain
been here.
a decent number of rations and are pretty efficient with the use. So, okay, I will let you know how that works out in terms of rations when you arrive at your destination. But I think this is a good spot before we start the encounter to take our first break. And then we will get into that when we return. So we will be right back. All right, we are back with Song of the Ravenlands. The party has just embarked on their journey to clear up the dried out river, heading to the north. So, you all, let's pull up the map here. So you all head out. It takes a couple days for you to get all the way up into the mountains there. And along the way, you're passing through, kind of grassland, rolling hills with, sparse trees. And you come upon an area that has just loads of wildflowers on the hill. And in the distance, you hear the sounds of song and dance. You hear light halfling voices and scratchy voices of goblins carrying across the hills. And there, underneath one of these massive willow trees, the one that you all met Carnal in, there is another here at the top of this hill. And as the voices carry across the hills from the base of this tree, you hear the voices, singing songs of joy. As you get closer, you see a rough and ready wooden stage decorated with flowers at the base of this, again, ginormous willow tree. And lying under the tall tree with dangling mossy willow branches are tables with food and drink, gifts being brought, a cake, a wedding cake. You see musicians with violins and accordions playing joyfully. And out of the corners of your eyes, you see folks kind of like gathering from around the hills towards this location. And standing at the front of it, in front of a small line of the travelers lined up in front of them, is a goblin woman and a halfling man dressed in white, greeting all of their well-dressed guests as they file in.
Are these the people of the fields? Is this the Schluter family?
No, we are far to the north here. I'm gonna say we're around this area up here. Can you see my ping? Oh no, that's on the GM layer.
Cannot.
This ping up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there was nothing here at all.
Nope. You travel along the river, and it is dry, 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 dry.
Are we dealing with the Hoover Dam? Oh my! Oh no! All right, Basil. We owe you one lead encounter, so take it from here, bud. Are you gonna steal these people's cakes too? Liberate it for the cause, or?
I would recognize a woodland fate when I see one. I think we just act like invited guests and saunter on in.
Wonderful.
There-
So, who was on watch as you all were on your
Me.
perilous journey? Okay.
Me.
We get the jump on them.
You do. You get the jump on them. So basically, you haven't been spotted. You could completely avoid this if you wanted to. But I will share some extra information with you when I deem it is appropriate. So let me speaking of appropriate, let me get some proper music going here.
Nice. So, okay. Wick Moss is a party pooper. He does not want to go anywhere close to this event and wants to hide and wait to see what happens with Basil and the team. So, I'm sitting this one out until told otherwise. Oh, wait, now I could just cast invisibility on myself. Let me do that.
Oh my god.
Alright, I want to cast a spell and then take it away. Oh.
Very good.
Alright.
Is there
Where's my-
debate before Wick realizes he can do this?
I assume they want to go. Is this assumption wrong?
Oh, halfling parties are the best parties. I'm going.
Want to get drunk and eat some cake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Then there is no... I cast a spell.
All right, this is so
I think I'm invisible.
fucking
Perfect.
good.
Wick thinks he's. Oh, this is.
I'm not
All
sure
right,
if this is
now
gonna
I'm
go
ready to
for a
go
while.
in. Basil, take it from here.
I'll give Wake a big 2 thumbs up and make sure I aim my thumb somewhere slightly away from where he is. Like I think he's somewhere else.
Spell will never go off,
Oh
ever.
my god. All right. So as you
Yay.
approach the bride and groom, who are very busy, like greeting guests, like there is a line forming basically for each of them. Lots of halflings on one side to meet the groom, Robert with a D, and there's a bunch of goblins lined up to meet the bride, Trega. As you approach, you see that there is underneath the willow tree off to the side, and this willow tree just has like just completely weeping branches that are touching the ground and just kind of like folding over, and behind kind of like a curtain, a veil of the willow branches, you see that there's a shifty looking group conversing of both halflings and goblins. Way back behind, the table with the cake, the food, the drink. There's a table with lots of gifts that have been dropped off. People that are arriving are, greeting the bride and groom and dropping gifts off and parcels and parchment with notes on them. And behind all of that is this shifty looking group that are talking. There's also a horse and wagon nearby that looks like it's a merchant wagon. What line do you get in?
Can I add that on the way in, you said we came across a field of wildflowers, right?
Yeah. So just to further set the scene, this is taking place in a just gorgeous blooming field of wildflowers with a massive willow tree. So it is actually very, very beautiful and even romantic here.
Basil being a field and woodsy oriented person, but also knowing a good festival when he sees one. I'm gonna make a quick flower crown for myself from the wildflowers and offer to make one for Chives, and then offer to make one for anyone else in the party who wants one.
Ooh, yeah. Heck yeah.
Hands up for a flower crown, by the way.
Yay, flower
Three more.
crowns.
That's
Flower
How
crowns
can-
all around.
Why can I make one for you, Wake? Aren't you invisible right now?
You offer a token of friendship. I must accept it. I am a good person.
Gotcha. Okay. Excellent. All right. So we're all adorned in flower crowns then. I'm gonna follow the what were the sorry, it was a line of halflings waiting to talk to Robert and a line of goblins waiting to talk to Trega.
Yeah, Trega is the goblin. I'll put that in chat, and then Robert is the halfling. That's in our Roll20 there.
Bodard?
It's Boddard.
Robert. Oh, I mistyped it. Robert.
Nice. I like Bodard better, to be honest.
Bodard.
Yeah.
That's his brother.
Hey, it's Bodard! He's a hoot and a half.
I pick one more flower and get into the line to speak to Trega.
All right. Are you all going together, or are you splitting up?
I think I'm gonna go talk to Robert, but I'm gonna like do some fancy finagling and like take someone else's gift and pretend like it's my gift.
Oh my god.
mean,
Ooh, that's gonna be really tricky because you're just all standing in a line there. Like, are you gonna sneak around to the table and take a gift, or are you
Yeah, I think
stealing,
as
stealing one from someone in line?
I'm gonna steal from the table
Okay.
because I don't want to get kicked out before they've served cake.
well, I was gonna go over to the gift table as well, but I was gonna leave something. Maybe that provides a small distraction for Cacophony to take something on.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna go, oh my gosh, look at that. And like while my hand is pointing over here, I'm gonna just kind of grab whatever is closest and shove it under
Okay.
my.
I'm gonna need you to make a defy danger check.
Oh my.
Because
Okay.
I mean it's wide open. At least, you know, to those outside the willow tree, there's clearly a group of people acting kind of funny inside the willow tree branches, but you know, you might not be seen by them. But it sounds like Merrick, you are aiding and interfering. Or interfering.
I was going to attempt to aid, and I was going to attempt to do my own thing. I was going to try to cast a spell
Oh.
and cast light on a coin, and say, "May Worm bless this union," and put a shining coin on the table.
Okay. Go ahead and roll aid or interfere. Shannon could really use a success here.
Yep. All right. There we go.
While that goes on, I want to go look at this merchant thing.
Okay, we'll get to
Just
that
see
in a
what's
minute.
there. Yeah.
I would like to. It's kind of funny that you all are kind of like skipping the line and then coming back to the line. But okay.
I'm not.
So
Can
that
I use my alignment here
no,
to shift?
if
the
you
blame?
manage to shift blame or danger, you get XP for that. It is not something that gives you bonus rolls. That's what moves are for.
All right.
Okay. So on a 7 to 9, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. The GM will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. I'm going to offer you a worse outcome, but it's not going to take place yet.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Someone noticed.
I'm gonna take my XP.
No, this was a partial success because
The
of
sixth?
Shadow's aid. Yeah, Shadow
Oh.
aided you and gave you a +1.
Yeah,
So you
gave
have a
you a
7.
+1.
Oh, it did. I thought because it was a partial. Okay. Nope. I'm not
Think
gonna
Nicholas
question it.
robbed
Thank you.
of an experience point.
Yeah, I
Yep.
guess I did.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay.
Really quick, Nick.
Yeah.
For our time spent in town, for those of us that took time to prepare or whatever, did we get the preparation from Bolster?
So that when you prepare and bolster, you get a +1 preparation point that you can cash in on a roll that is relevant to the whatever you did. So yours, is related to
To study.
like the study. So like spout lore and trying to recall information. You could say I'm gonna cash this in, and there was something in one of those 2 books related to this question I have about the world. Can I spend that? That's the most obvious move that I think would make sense. But if there's other situations that you think that information could have helped on, by all means, let me know that is how you'd like to redeem it.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, so you bless this coin that is shining bright and setting it down. Set it down on the table while Cacophony manages to just pocket one of the gifts. And as you all slinked back to the back of the line, for simplicity, can we just say that you all are in line for one person, so we don't have to roleplay two welcomes? Okay. So, you all hop in line to meet Trega, who greets you. She is a goblin woman wearing just a beautiful but simple bridal dress. She looks up at all of you. Who she's a goblin, so she's much shorter than the rest of you, and she says, "Oh, hello, and thank you for coming. Are you friends of Robert's?"
I look over at Basil.
Distant cousins, but we're so glad to have been invited, and thank you so much for thinking of us on this glorious day. Congratulations to both of you. And I elbow Chives because he's eating the hem of her nice dress.
Oh dear. It's quite all right. And she also just like kind of like pulls it away, like it's not all right.
Perfect. I'm gonna hand her the gift that I took off the table and be like, I'm gonna be like, Mazel, here you go.
Oh, thank you so much. If you don't mind putting it over on, we have a gift table over there.
Oh yes, absolutely, yes. My mistake.
Oh, Aselki, so wonderful to meet you. What was your name?
My name?
Yeah, each of you, please. Like your names and how. So, you are a distant cousin. What was your name?
I am a friend of one of the guests who is invited. My name's Harmony. You can call me Harmony.
Oh, Harmony. Okay, so you're a +1. Well, welcome, all the same.
Yes.
Excellent.
So nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm Sage, and this is my friend Leeks. We're just so thrilled to be here today. And are we gonna start gobbling that cake or what?
Well, we have the ceremony first, and speeches and all that. We prepared food for all the guests, of course. So you'll be well fed.
So did my bad dad joke go straight over her head? Is that going to be part of this?
She seems more. She's being polite and pleasant, but she seems a little annoyed at the comment.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure. Thank you.
And she says, and you, good tall sir.
Oh, my name is Carnal. Many blessings upon your union.
Carnal. Interesting. Is that a flower, I think?
It's not how it's spelled.
In a way, yes.
Okay. And how do you know Robert? Sorry, he's so busy with all of our other guests. Maybe you should have gone in his line.
I'm sorry. I'm just stumbled upon this as I travel with these wonderful people here, and I just wanted to bless your union in the name of Worm.
Oh, thank you so much. I don't really worship Worm, but I appreciate the sentiment all the same. We're just so pleased that everyone could make it out. And she was gonna press you really hard on like, are you just crashing my wedding? But you all do have the flowers around the flower crowns. So
yes, and I will recall I picked one extra one outside, and I present it to her and tell her she's beautiful. What a lovely day. Thank you so much for having us. And then just kind of float away with Chives.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
So
I'm just gonna go put this gift on the table. It was nice meeting you.
Yes, thank you so much. And
where's Wick when this is going on? Are you like
I'm at the souvenir shop, my man. I'm not interested in these people at all.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
What's going on with the merchant?
Yeah, so there is a did I say horse? I probably should have said a mule. A mule, 2 mules and a wagon. That appears to be a merchant's, and so what are you just like digging through it, or?
I assume there's somebody like peddling goods, right?
No, it is unattended.
It's an unattended merchant wagon.
Yeah, I mean it's got the canvas like pulled down and tied off.
Oh, okay. I thought there was literally a person selling things.
No.
Okay. Well,
Although a
Can
food
I
truck would have been
change-
good too.
can I change my So what I really wanted to do was meander on closer to the Willow guys, but
Yeah.
not take a direct path, even though I am invisible, right? It'd be a little on the nose. Maybe I'd bump into someone who's like going through the table. So, I would, sneak around, not too just go behind the cart. It's cover, right? It's concealment. And
Yeah.
then, shimmy on over to the convent of sneaky dudes, hobbits, and
Convent. Yeah, give me a discern realities.
oh,
When you
think
closely
this is like
study
my
a person or
first one.
situation.
oh, it's wisdom. Oh my god.
Sure is. Oh my god, John!
I can't roll! I can't roll! What's going on? It's back! We started a new arc and it's back! The curse! Give
Mark
me
it-
until next week. I'll start rolling 11s and 10s again. I'm sorry.
Mark XP. And one of the goblins goes, like, they're kind of like just like talking in low voices, and one of the goblins goes, "Hey, that guy, what's that?" And two of the halflings turn around. One of the halflings very, very closely resembles the groom. This is what did we name them?
Bodard.
This is Bodard. Bodard goes, "Hey buddy, what do you want?" And he's looking right in your direction. But you, of course, are invisible.
The flowers! I didn't cast invisibility on the flowers! I realize all too late. I pinch myself. Oh. Hello there! Hoping
Yeah.
my invisibility breaks? Question mark? I
We're
attack myself.
we're having a private conversation here. Is there something I can help you with?
No? I'll fuck off. See ya.
Yeah, if you could, that'd be great.
Yeah, well.
Dang.
You a friend of that broad?
The bride?
The bride, yeah.
The bride.
That's what I said.
The broad or the bride?
I said bride.
Are you sure you said bride?
Excuse me, are you looking to start something? And this is a halfling. Like, this is a group of halflings and goblins that are like half to a third of your size.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
I could wrestle. Or I could get my ass kicked. Oh, these are such good options. Both are good options. No! It is not your day. It's her day. The actual bride. How dare you?
Yeah.
You should feel bad for yourself. And then I moonwalk away.
I almost want to
start a
make your old
fight.
decks to see how well you moonwalk.
Okay, here we go.
There will
course
be
he's
no
gonna
XP
Hey,
awarded.
successful
Okay, it's
moonwalk.
not bad.
I'm no,
Oh God, that's
I'm
so
no
good.
MJ. I'm no Prince of Pop.
Excellent.
You
So you shuffle away, and they like return to kind of speaking, but like keeping a very watchful eye out.
Yeah, I go to Cacophony. I'm like, hey, they're talking about you. You should go listen in on what they're saying.
I don't trust you,
Why don't you trust?
but okay.
Don't
But
trust
okay.
you, but okay.
I'm a bad liar. It's clear I'm lying.
I'll
right.
use the. They're over by the gift table.
Yes.
Or are they close enough?
They're
Okay,
they're
so they're not
behind
gonna-
the gift table. And since you specifically are looking past it, there's a lot of really nice stuff on this. You know, some of it is wrapped, some of it is not, but there's some nice fine gifts on this table and other
I'm
things.
gonna put my gift on the table and use that as the one that I stole back on the table, and then use that as an opportunity to spy on them.
Okay. They are keeping a watchful eye, but you are, feigning, doing something reasonable and expected here. So why don't I take a discern realities from you as well?
God damn. Excuse me.
All right.
I don't know shit.
Army that XP.
Mark XP.
Let's
I don't think that it's I don't think it's that you don't hear anything and you don't know anything. It's what you find out that is the failure here. And what you quickly hear them say is, all right, so we're gonna start the fight. Yeah? All right, let's do this. And they all kind of like break and start like spreading out around the party. Halflings going one side, goblins going the other, and they all start to kind of spread out.
All right, I'm going to go like hustle over back to Wick and be like, they're going to fight. I heard they said they're going to fight.
I rushed to Bodard. I know him. I'm gonna spear tackle him, Nick.
Oh my god.
How
Nope.
dare he ruin this person's wedding? That's my
Okay.
job.
Dare he start a fight when we can do it first?
Okay.
Pretty much. I'm also going to go find Merrick and be like, hey, I just told Wick that those dudes are going to start a fight, and I think he might want to start a fight, so maybe we can just, like, do something.
Have
'Cause
you already
I-
spear tackled the guy
So-
before I turn my head and look around?
Okay, so no.
They haven't
no.
served cake.
They're like
There's no way.
Cacophony like walks up to you and basically just manages to mutter they're about to start a fight when they have moved in, like the groups have moved in towards the center aisle, and Bodard goes, hey you, Fugly, and points at one of the goblins that he was just conversing with, and John, this is the moment that you can tackle.
Oh my god.
You just catch him completely by surprise. You tackle him to the ground.
Can I just he's a hobbit. I just want to pick him up and run off with him.
Yeah, you can do
I'm
that.
kidnapping him now. This is a kidnapping.
Okay, so you pick up this wedding guest, brother to the groom, and you run
Yep.
away.
Yeah.
In what direction?
Towards the dam.
Okay.
Wherever this dam is.
So you're heading north towards, to go into the tree and past it.
Sure.
Okay.
We run. We run away.
For the rest of you, as Wick grabs Bodard and runs off, everyone looked just surprised. And in fact, I should pause the music because the music stops. There is just looks of awe and shock on everyone's faces, including those who are about to start a fight. And then the goblins and halflings that were commiserating start fighting each other.
It didn't work.
I think that
No.
Merrick is going to instantly run up and put himself between the fight and the bride and groom so that it doesn't reach them. And if it does reach them, I will start breaking up little mini fights.
Oh my god. I need a rap battle. Here we go. Rap battle is the
Yes.
music for this scene.
Okay. I just want to justify myself to chat. I went to go steal the initiator of the fight, and they still fight, okay? It's clearly planned. Their brother and the wife should understand this, right? That's the hope now.
I want to just take this opportunity while everyone is distracted to kind of like back up towards where the gift table is again, and just kind of start trying to fill my pockets with whatever is near me that I can shove in it.
Oh my god.
Everybody's fighting.
Yeah.
So Chives is gonna go join Merrick in kind of protecting the bride and groom, and Basil is just gonna walk up because these are halflings and goblins, right? And literally pick people up by the scruffs of their neck and just pull them apart
I was
from
going to
each
do that
other.
too.
All right.
And
so
just be like, "Are you done?"
All right, so I'm going to need some sort of strength and or charisma check. Maybe defy danger, strength or charisma to try and end the fight quickly.
Right.
Obviously, Basil and Merrick are involved, so one of you can aid the other in that check. Because Cacophony, I'm gonna need another defy danger from you to not get seen. You really need
For
to.
me. What do you need
Yeah.
from me?
John, I need nothing from you. You have played into their plans, not perfectly. This
No,
was
I
unexpected.
didn't. This doesn't work out.
Their goal was to start a fight, and what they were deciding on was what is going to initiate that fight and look genuine. You
Kidnapping
stealing
of a
one of them just fed right into their plan. You unfortunately didn't know this because you all failed 2 attempts to gather information.
I take all their shit.
Okay. Shannon, I'm going to read you a list.
Okay.
Shit.
I will also post it in the chat. You tell me how much of this you want to take. 100 plus D50 coin, an antitoxin, poultices and herbs, elven bread, halfling pipe leaf, and there are several. I'm gonna roll a die to see how many fine gifts worth 55 coin each. How many there are? There are 6 of them.
I'm gonna take all 6 of those gifts.
You are just robbing.
I'm gonna take the antitoxin. Oh yeah,
Oh,
whatever I got, and then like whenever my pockets are like heavy and laden down with like all of their like shit, while everybody's just like throwing, I'm gonna saunter over to where the food table is, and I'm just gonna eat pie and watch everyone fight.
What's your actual inventory? Because those things I think several of those things actually
Yes.
have weights
Yeah.
in the
Fine.
in the gear.
Poultices and herbs have 1 weight. 2 uses. Elven bread has 1 weight, 7 uses. And I can add all of this to your sheet. Halfling pipe leaf. Where is that?
That probably is.
That has 0 weight.
Oh, thank you.
Halfling pipe leaf, 6 uses, 0 weight.
And then fine gifts.
There's no weights on gifts and finery.
Yeah, no, there's not. I'm going to say collectively that's another weight, though.
Okay.
So you are encumbered. Let's talk about what encumbered means before we resolve
Okay.
the rest of this stuff. So there is a move for encumbrance. When you
boy.
make a move while carrying weight up to or equal to your load, you're fine. When you make a move while carrying weight equal to load +1 or load +2, you take -1. When you make a move while carrying weight greater than load +2, which I believe you currently have now, you have a choice. Drop at least 1 weight and roll at -1, or automatically fail.
Oh my god.
You are carrying so much stuff, Shannon.
I know. I can't help myself.
Think of like a 3 foot by 4 foot table that you literally grabbed all the shit off of and just started running.
Just
Okay.
grab the tablecloth, bundled it up, and
couldn't-
just Santa Claused her way out.
Pretty much.
Cacophony,
Pretty
you have
much.
you have a couple choices. One,
Okay.
and this is relevant to your exit strategy to successfully steal all this stuff. Fortunately, you have the cover of the fight, and not everyone is paying attention to you.
Okay.
You could run in really any direction you want. The willow tree is there and would provide cover to quickly escape unseen. There is also cake sitting in front of you, and you haven't had
Damn
any yet.
it. Oh god.
So
You know how
what
I
do
feel
you
about
do
cake.
as you
Let them eat cake.
The
Just-
debate.
snag all this stuff?
Okay. I think. Oh Jesus.
You could steal the wedding cake.
I
That
could
won't
steal
be
the
worth
wedding
any
cake.
money, but it would be. It'd be worth something.
Be
Oh my
delicious.
god.
Massive props. That's what it'd be.
I was
worth.
gonna say I could brag about this for the rest of my life, you guys. Oh my god.
Stole a
No,
wedding
I think her greed is overwhelming, and I think she's just gonna look at the cake like with her hand out, like longing, like no, and then she's just gonna bugger off with all the stuff.
Okay.
And then I mean, I'll share with my friends as soon as I figure out where they are when they find me after the fight ends.
Okay. You
Because
are.
that antitoxin seems like something Merrick might really be interested in.
You
Sounds good.
clumsily run with all of your loot in the same direction as Wick, and we will get
Yep.
back to the two of you in a moment. Merrick and Basil. Describe for me what you are doing. I heard, picking people up by the scruff of their neck, but they're, this started with like 3 goblins and 3 halflings. One of them got spear tackled and carried away by Wick. But there seemed to be other people willing to jump in on the fight, and it seems to be across racial boundaries. And we start to have about a dozen people fighting. The groom is just struck with fear and panic. He is just like, his fear response is kicking in. The bride, on the other hand, like grabs the veil off her head, tosses it off to the side, like hikes up
Your child starts eating it, by the way.
Oh, wonderful. She hikes up the train of her dress and like ties a knot into it, into the bustle. She goes and grabs like a spear.
A champagne bottle? Oh, okay.
No, she grabs a spear. She twirls it around like she is extremely proficient with it. And she's getting ready to knock some heads. What do you do?
So I'm picking up, people by the scruffs of their neck and literally just tossing goblins to the bride's side of the room and halflings to the groom's side of the room. Just tossing them to their respective sides.
Okay.
Where they land comfortably in the grass.
Fantastic. Merrick, what are you doing?
I think I'm looking for the biggest fight out there, and I'm just gonna go up to where they're at. I'm gonna literally just like put my shield like in between the two people and just start shoving them apart and start screaming at them.
Okay.
I want to see the biggest threat to this fight here.
Yeah. Can I get a defy danger? It sounds like, Andy, if you're making the roll, strength. Either one of you strength, and then the other can aid or interfere.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Nope. I mean, you could have me roll if you want.
Basil's overwhelmed by the tide of goblins and hobbits. They all focus him instead.
There are many of them, and it sounds like Chives is indisposed with eating a veil, and is unable to assist. Which
Chives
is funny because I think
defy danger anyways.
What's that?
Chives can't help me with defy danger anyways.
Well, let me look at command really quick.
He doesn't. He can help with discern realities, but he can help if someone interferes with me. But no, he doesn't have anything for.
Does he have instinct?
He can fight. He's trained against humanoids, right?
Yeah, that was the point I was gonna make. Is this feels like something he is trained in? So I would add this as a potential effect, but it sounds like he was busy for the moment.
He is also stubborn, and he is enjoying this wedding veil. That he got a taste of the bridal gown before.
Yeah.
He was eating the hem of the dress, so now he's just like he's got his own.
All right, so mark XP as you start to get punched a little bit. Take some damage.
What?
They're fighting back. You're picking people up, and they're swinging at you. Take 2 damage minus armor.
Oh, all right. So 1 damage. Ow.
The bride is she starts swinging the spear around, and she is smacking her guests with the butt end of the spear. For those of you familiar with D&D's Polar Master, she has it. So she is going to help start diffusing this as she is screaming at guests while simultaneously smacking them, knocking them over and tripping them. She is just finding every efficient use of her spear to interrupt and slow down this fight. But along with this failure, one of the halflings grabs a bottle of wine and throws it across and hits one of the goblins in the head, which agitates more goblins and then more halflings.
Do I see who is the biggest agitator that I see besides the bride?
Probably taller than everyone. There's I thought I took out the lead instigator.
It is it is the mother of the bride.
Oh shit! I can't guess a spell. You're the bride.
Oh man.
The mobzilla, if you will. She is just cursing up a storm. She says, "I knew halflings were no good for my daughter. You all are swine. How dare you all try and steal her from us? You all are no good, dirt-eating, toe-sucking motherfuckers. And
Oh,
she's
cat.
not partaking in the fight,
Damn!
but she is just like riling everyone up.
I will run over to Basil. Like, I want to cast a spell and scare away the biggest agitator, but she's scaring the shit out of me. Where's Cacophony? I look around. I don't see her.
Yeah,
Dude.
she ran out of here along with Wick a long time ago
Dude.
at this point.
It was
think it's time
moments
to go.
ago, but yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's time to go, man. I think it's
Time to go?
Yeah.
All right, then. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. And
Hazel just
uh,
stops. He stops fighting nice and just starts getting me. Jesus,
Yeah.
babe.
yeah, and I guess as we're running out, I grab Chives and call over my shoulder to the bride who's kicking wholesale ass, and just say, "Thank you so much for a lovely time. Goodbye."
All right, you all duck out and run through the branches of the willow tree.
Is that abandoned merchant cart still there?
It's parked there. It's not abandoned.
Yeah.
But
All right,
you-
never mind.
are-
We just keep running.
Are you stealing their ride?
Oh no.
My
no,
God.
Liberate the mules, brother.
No, no.
Bond.
We're just
Oh,
Hey,
Andy
there's
Frost.
your
mules
mount.
tied up to it.
What's
There's
that?
your mount, man.
There's mounts tied up to it.
There's
to
2
this cart?
mules.
Oh, I think we grabbed those on the way to the forest. Bring them with us.
Oh my
Free
God.
them.
All right,
Yeah.
you can do
We'll let
that.
him
I
go
think
in the
that's a great
forest.
idea.
We'll let them go in the forest once we're, once they're safely away from this dangerous crowd.
That is going to
fucking
have a
racist
fictional
over
effect here. I actually. Okay, you untie the mules and then you follow after your companions. Cut to Wick running through the forest carrying.
One point
Bodder.
we stop, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a big tree, but it's not like there's any other trees around. So at some point you get to
Okay.
the other side of the tree after like a quick moment of sprinting. Maybe 50
Whew.
meters.
I wipe the sweat off my brow. I'm glad I took the instigator out. No fight will be. Just turn around.
Broddard has been like fighting you. Obviously, he's not going to be able to break free. But he is inflicting damage. Take 1 point minus armor, which I know is nothing.
Sounds like he's hurting himself trying to hurt Wick.
Yeah, why doesn't he suffer
I
one
need the
damage?
chainmail.
Just
Yeah.
punching shovels. I want to bully this guy and set him onto the ground and be the mean human I used to be. And literally...
You little shit! How dare you!
I'm just gonna push him and like put foot on chest or neck or shoulder or whatever, and just be like, "Why are you ruining your brother's best day?"
Give me parlay. You have
Alright.
leverage over an NPC character,
Damn, I was...
or over a
Physical
GM
leverage.
character. I think is.
Ugh.
I'm actually good at charisma.
Oh my
Guys.
God.
Oh,
John.
Leveling up.
John?
Leveling
Okay,
up.
mark XP. He spits in your face.
Oh, damn.
Fuck you, buddy. You humans are scum. You're
I'm not
trash.
Human. Fuck you. Do I look like a human?
I don't know what the fuck you look like. You look like something I wiped my ass with the other week.
This guy has a potty mouth.
Oh my god.
My
Wick
gosh.
is enraged. He's never met such an inconsiderate person before. And as he draws a dagger, I guess Cacophony breaks from the tree at this time, as he's about to murder a hobbit.
He's gonna like break through the tree line like with all of her like her loot and just like lock eyes with him. Like, hey man, What's going on?
You fucking swine. You thieves. I saw you hanging around the gift table. Now you're stealing everything. I should have called you out. You're who I should have blamed. You're who should have instigated this fight around.
No one will ever believe you now because I'm not there anymore.
It doesn't even matter.
You're not there anymore.
It doesn't matter.
We'll just say it was
I got
you,
what
buddy.
I wanted.
Oh, it's okay. They're still getting married. You missed all of that.
Oh, I doubt it.
No, he's right.
And he's like wrestling with your foot. He's like, get the fuck off me.
I look at the dagger and enter a soliloquy. Dare I plunge you, my favorite foe, into the body of this stupid gnome?
Whoa, buddy. You're gonna...
We'll have to do something with the body. We're not that far from the wedding.
Are you fucking serious? You're fucking murderers?
You're making
Only
me fun.
you.
You don't look like filthy fucking bandits to me.
You're right.
Okay.
I start crying in front of him. I'll even go so far as to throw the dagger away. I'm not a murderer.
Okay, well, I might be, so let's tie this little dude up, yeah?
No.
He looks at you, Cacophony, and he's like, get this mental fuck off me.
I slump onto him
Ugh!
and just plead with him, Nick. Bodard! I don't know how I know your name, but I do. Why are you so hostile? Have you not learned from this life that you only live it once? Why must you ruin everything you touch? Do you just enjoy the scorn of your family?
She's no good
Oh,
for my
gosh.
brother, that filthy fucking goblin.
He's projecting, buddy. You can stop squirming.
Wick is projecting.
I'm gonna take the twine
don't
off
like
of
how
one of the
calm you are.
gifts. I'm gonna take the twine off of one of the gifts, and I'm gonna wrap little dude up. And I'm just gonna kind of like.
Is he that small? How big's all?
I mean, there's still...
You pull a bow tie.
Think of like a 6 or 7-year-old. You can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't undo a bow.
I don't know if that's going to be enough, Shannon.
No.
He doesn't have to. I'm not gonna tie up his whole body. I'm just gonna like bind his hands so he can't like.
Gonna tie the bow around his wrist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
it's burning! Fuck!
Well, then stop struggling.
All right.
All right, we're gonna have to wait until our compatriots return because neither you or I have the moral compass for this sort of situation.
How have you lived so long?
We have short lives.
How do people like you? Do you even like yourself?
I love myself.
asked Bodard.
Fuck you.
He's starting to grow on me. Say some more stuff.
I just don't love
About to
filthy
strangle
fucking
a hobbit.
humans or selkies or goblin motherfucking
Oh,
low class
you're Rust
guard.
brother.
Oh my god.
What's that?
You worship Rust?
What? No, fuck that guy.
I start strangling him before he can answer.
God. Basil and Merrick, you may show up whenever you like.
Yeah,
Please
you guys
save
can
this
show up
dude,
as I'm
yeah.
strangling a hobbit.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god.
Wick,
Your
you do
breath is so bad. Fuck.
He worships Rust.
Rust brother. I will
Yeah.
start pulling my battle axe out and be like, "Where are the rest of them? Let's go."
What? No,
They're north.
not a
I'll
Wait,
walk up to him. Where are
I'm
your
gonna-
compatriots? I'll get up in his face. Where are they?
like Merrick Wick's having an issue.
Whenever
This little
he
guy.
whenever he
Well-
goes cold, I will, or not, dead, but unconscious. Then I'll let him go and walk.
I need
But,
you to make a strength check, please.
Oh god.
God,
Are
gonna
you
pop
sure?
that little dude's head
No.
like
John.
a grape.
I watched a true crime where a 9-year-old apparently strangled a person with a bow tie.
Okay.
All
All right.
It could be Dex too, right?
All right. So Wick is strangling one of the wedding guests as Basil and Merrick arrive, and
Marshall's
Cacophony, you're standing here. Is anyone aiding or interfering?
Well, he's a Rust brother.
jump in and interfere and get in between.
All
Do
right.
it. Turn it into a 5.
Give me
Give me another experience point. Oh,
What's sorry, aid or interfere? Here we go. What should that be on? Dexterity?
Well, how
it's bond,
you're
right?
trying to like quickly get there?
I literally like jump in between, like just force a space between them using just my body, just physically get in the way, and just break his grip and push them away from each
Well,
other.
if you're breaking his grip, that's strength.
Okay.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to do that one? You may want to shoot me, bro.
Or wait, aid. Oh my god.
Oh,
Aid,
man.
interfere. Well,
Cacophony,
actually,
it's up to you.
Does that mean on the way to go help, I just stumble and face?
no. I just think that you're not able to get there in time. I think, Wick, your goal was to knock him out.
Yeah.
You knock him out. Yeah, he's knocked out.
Okay.
What do you do?
I step up and leave him there. And don't look back and just keep going forward.
Shannon, you're muted.
Dan, you're muted.
I don't know
I
what
was
the
gonna
rest.
put my finger under that little guy's nose to make sure that there's still breath coming out of him.
There is not, and he's turning blue.
Oh, you
I
killed him. Are you
I will
happy?
put my hand on his neck and attempt to cast a spell and cure wounds on the spot where Wick was strangling.
Okay.
Which I need to get.
Cast a spell.
Roll a
Please
4.
fail
I'm gonna
another
get
roll.
experience, and he's gonna die.
Oh
Nice.
my god. The one time. Good job.
Yeah, no kidding. Believe for cure wounds.
Yep. It doesn't matter mechanically or fictionally. What this means is he like, and he is unconscious
he's
but
breathing.
breathing.
Good job, Merrick. We didn't have to burn
Well-
a body.
Well, we didn't learn anything yet. The Rust brothers, where are they?
Oh, there aren't any. Wick is having
Moment.
Hmm.
a breakdown. He's
Ah.
gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He's
Hmm.
banana hand. Like he's just
Hmm.
He needs
I'll
a
look down
moment.
at Goddard and say,
I pick up dagger and
"You're
walk
lucky,
away.
friend.
He's
This could have turned out much worse for you."
Hey, speaking
then
of, I
I
have
will
some
lean
cool
into-
stuff.
I will lean into his ear and whisper, "I know you're a Rust brother." And then I'll walk away.
I didn't catch that. I think Discord.
I say, I know you're a Rust brother." And then I'll walk away. Am I still too quiet?
No,
I heard-
I
yeah,
heard that.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, he's unconscious, but nice.
I thought you said he was coughing and coming to. My bad.
He is breathing, but still unconscious.
Okay.
He'll have nightmares for years, if not decades.
Certainly never gonna trust a human again.
Nope.
I'm not human.
Okay.
I want to like pass out my stuff that I stole to my homies.
I'm this weird fey abomination, Nick, remember?
Yeah, but you still
You
appear
should hate
human.
demons.
I mean, there is what you are, but there's also what people see you as.
Yeah, I was told I'm seen as a monster, right?
Yeah, you're a really fucked up looking human.
Oh, that's fair.
Now, when you start like ejecting a spear out of your stomach, people's opinion will quickly change and turn to freak of nature demon, who knows what.
Yeah. It's fine.
And it has. Yeah. Okay. So
That was dark. That took a real dark turn, y'all. Wick killed a guy.
almost. I mean, he would have if you all hadn't intervened. Wow. Okay. So
Ooh, that was, my God.
How dramatic.
yeah. All right. I don't think anyone comes chasing after you.
No, it's fine.
You all have I'm sure, really strange next day or two. as you finish your journey and arrive at the scene of the blockage.
Wait.
Is
Do
there
we
We
any...
need to talk
abandon-
about the loot first.
We still have the mules.
Could we abandon what's his face? Borden?
Yeah,
Loader?
unless you took him with you. Everyone else seemed to just leave him knocked out and tied up.
Do we not just throw his unconscious body onto the mules and sort of send them back towards the party so it covers our exit?
When he wakes up, he's gonna literally blame everything on us.
He was like 300 feet away from the party. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Isn't that so much farther for a halfling, though?
It's all relative.
Oh.
Okay.
Miles for that little guy.
Oh.
All right. You all...
So what did
is there
hang on.
any...
What-
Oh, go ahead.
what did Cacophony get? I want to
Yes.
know this.
So, Cacophony, it
Gotta
sounds like
distribute weight.
you took everything? Shannon, you're muted.
And you're muted.
God damn it! I did. I took all the things.
Okay. I will copy and paste it again, and I will include the fact that there are 6 fine gifts, each valued at 55 coin each. And then I need you to roll me 1d50, please.
You got it, my guy.
That 50.
Because
Seven.
All right. There you are. So, I will work on adding all of this to your character sheet after we wrap.
I want to split it up though because I don't want to be encumbered, but I also don't want all of the things I took to leave my immediate sphere.
Mm-hmm.
I can dump rations if we need extra weight.
I can take the poultices and herbs.
I thought you'd be into the pipe leaf also.
I mean, that doesn't weigh anything though. That's weightless.
Oh, that's true. Cacophony doesn't strike me as a smoker.
Pipe leaf is really cool. When you share halfling pipe leaf with someone, expend 2 uses and take +1 forward to parlay with them.
Okay, never mind. I'll keep that.
Yep. You need me to carry something.
We have elven bread
Is 1 weight.
and
What about the
antitoxin.
gifts?
As a
Make weight.
healer, I thought that might be something you would be into.
I mean, I'll take the antitoxin, sure.
The only things with weight are the poultices and herbs are 1 weight, the elven bread is 1 weight, and the 6 fine gifts are collectively 1 weight.
Oh, okay. Well, if
Alright.
we got weight managed, that's all I cared about.
Yeah, I still have 2 load left available if you need me to carry more. I may
Elven
give
bread.
you a little look on it, but after what just happened, I'm not going to judge too much because we
Okay.
all kind of fucked up there. I'll take the
Alright.
bread.
Okay, I will start adding stuff to sheets then.
I am adding my own stuff, Nick, if that's cool.
Oh, yeah, go for it then.
How much food do we spend getting here? I'm gonna mark down for the group.
Yeah, let me do some calculating here. Boop.
3 days? 4 days?
Since you went slow, it takes 4 days, but you are pretty efficient with the rations, so spend 3 uses of rations each.
No one subtract anything. I'll do it on mine. I've got 20 uses, so.
Okay.
Now I'm down to 8.
Oh, we're rich.
Hell yeah.
And I'm at 2 quantity. Okay, cool. Alright, we're good. We're done.
All right.
Move on.
So, we're getting pretty low on time, so I will reveal to you the scene that you all come upon, but we're not going to get into it.
With 40 minutes?
We have about 10 minutes. I aim for 9:30 for Brian's sake.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to end early on my sake. Dude,
Well-
there's just gonna be epic snowstorm tomorrow. I'm not getting up early.
Okay. How is Andy, Shannon? How are you feeling about going a little later than 9:30?
Good.
Yeah, okay.
That did not sound
I'm an
like.
old lady.
Why don't
Nick.
you spell the scene out for us, Nick?
Yeah, let's hear the scene, and then if
We can
we
figure
feel like
out
we have
how-
enough time.
Yeah.
We can figure out how we're throwing Boardard into the fray in front of us to be our human shield.
We didn't
Oh.
kidnap him, did we?
No.
Did we kidnap him? We left him, I
Okay,
thought.
Yeah, we need to
we
be
did.
clear about
Okay.
this.
All right.
So you left the mules and Boddard. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great.
Hopefully he gets blamed for the theft of all of those nice things.
Yeah,
that's
the
my
plan.
Okay.
fingers
So-
crossed.
Since he started the fight, they'll be ready to blame somebody. So
Yeah. All right. So you arrive at what looks like the blockage point of the river, in this kind of slightly heavily forested area. Not, well, I guess not too heavy. It's a lot of grassland and just lots of trees around. And what appears to be damming up the river is it just looks like stone has just kind of like risen and stretched to form a wall and block the water. The water looks like it's kind of like really, really high, but it hasn't quite spilt over and rushed over this dam yet. And that's it. That's what you get. That's what's going on here.
can I spout lore about stone singers?
Yes, absolutely.
Anybody got a shovel? I say, pulling out shovel.
But
Yeah.
Oh dang.
What do you want to
Nice.
know?
I recognize this is the handiwork of stone singers, but I assume they all leave their marks, and maybe that's something we learn more about, the sort of workman's marks on this handiwork, and how it indicates to who might have done this and where they came from. This is a forensic investigation. I'm an outdoorsy guy, so details and stones and other bullshit.
Yeah, that actually I hadn't really considered that, but that's a really interesting idea that like each stone singer's work looks slightly differently, and it's likely in like kind of the grain pattern of the moved earth and stone. I think
Brushstrokes, if you will.
Yeah. I think that while a lot of the texture of the stone is always very linear in the direction of the stone being moved, in every stone singer's work, that I'm not sure how you would know this. You tell me how you came by this information about stone singers. Maybe it's like
I've spent lots of time in the mountains and seen, and exploring caves with my goat friends, and seen the previous handiwork of dwarf craftsmen before.
Yeah. So a lot of the grain is just straightforward, and that's true of any stone singer's work, whether it's molding something small and useful, or just manipulating large amounts of earth like this. But there is always a strange kind of geometric pattern texture, and that is what is unique to each stone singer. And it's kind of like connected lines in strange geometric shapes. You could it is within the realm of possibility to recognize a stone singer's work, and especially since there are so few stone singers, if you knew who any living stone singers were, you might be able to compare their work. But I don't know if you know any living stone singers. There are
That's not like legends I would have heard about growing up in the mountains.
Yes, you probably would have heard about several notable stone singers, but they're all long since dead. Like, they all passed away during the Blood Mist.
Gotcha.
Does Basil share this information with us, or?
Well, I did rail a very successful spout lore, so I think I do.
I mean, part of the the role playing game, like part of it which can make it interesting is whether or not you share information with other characters. That can both lead to interesting RP, and also we can appreciate dramatic irony and lean into it.
I think I go like full weird like museum docent and like walk around it, pointing out like the details and trying to sound very erudite and fancy and be like, this line right here, emblematic of the great Hooty Doo's
Perhaps a
work.
descendant of the
Hooty doo.
Yeah,
Hooty Doo.
I don't know. I don't know what the dwarf name.
Oh,
etymology
Hooty
is.
doo! I've heard of him.
In this world is like.
The
Merrick
great
is going to
Hooty-Doo.
pull out. Merrick's going
The
to pull
great
out Gorthank's diary,
Hooty-Doo.
flip open a page, and ask him ask Basil, how do you spell that? And I will start writing it down as well as
Oh, no.
drawing a picture of the geometric intricacies of the stone.
Look what you did. Oh my gosh.
So,
Fascinating.
Who do you
From
do
my
is the goat
understanding-
name for this person,
So, I think Cacophony is looking at this dam and looking at the water, and she's like, okay, this dam, I'm assuming this benefits whalers' hold, right? To have this water source at their beck and call. But like, what if it's holding something else back? Like, what if there's
Yeah.
something else in the water?
it's like holding our village back from eating.
That true. That as well. But
And also,
thinking-
this is where all of the water comes for the swamp and the forest, and quite literally, I mean, maybe they're trying to drain the swamp, but I don't think Nick is that on the nose with our enemies.
ba, 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 ba.
Ba, ba, ba.
Can
So-
I ask a geology, hydrology question here? Is the water still as you've depicted it here, in this narrow form, just stopped? It's not filling up the valley
Like
behind
spreading
this dam?
out.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
It
Is this some sort of magic dam, or is it?
Or is there like a retaining
literally-
wall around it?
Did we get here just after it was built, like minutes?
well, the water has been gone at least 4 days, because that's how long it took you all to get here, right?
So this is like a week's worth of dam action right here.
Yeah,
Well, the snow melt just happened, right? We just got out of winter.
Right, we're heading
so-
into spring, so like water levels have been pretty low, but have been steadily rising. But what I tried to articulate is the water level is like about to spill over at this point. So like naturally, at some point, that was going to happen soon. Like the water would spill over and create that new path of least resistance, and likely, find its way back into the river. So since you asked that question, Andy,
It's kind of a piece of shit dam, is what you're saying. It's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
happen
give me-
in a couple days.
give me an intelligence check.
I know how water works.
You do.
Yeah. Are they gonna try to flood the
Do
valley?
you?
So yeah, it begins
At
to
XP.
it begins to dawn on you, like, whoever did this, stone singers are very intelligent. You've heard legends of how they've used stone singing to literally move rivers, to move mountains, to achieve incredible like architectural as well as geographical marvels. And this just looks like shoddy work, because the water's going to build up and spill over. This is a stopgap, and you begin to wonder, like, what could that mean? Is this person just an idiot, or is it something more like malicious? And you, as someone from the era or the environment of nature, your mind quickly turns to thinking about how animals and beasts and creatures set traps. And it begins to dawn on you that this may be, in fact, a trap. And your suspicion is going to be confirmed here because you failed a roll, mark XP. As
And
you,
we all don't do anything. Okay.
as you begin to experience a strange sensation, and I want you to take 5 damage. As you look down and there is blood spilling from your side.
Me?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And And I'm gonna
not minus armor.
no. They specifically are missing your armor here.
Damn. All right.
And
Merrick,
around
Moss,
and
and Cacophony don't see any of this go down.
I don't know what the fuck are the rest of you doing while
I'm looking.
Well, he's
I'm looking at
nerding out on
Basil.
you're looking at what?
I said, like, so while he was nerding out and talking about, like, you know, the great hootie doo or whatever, and like I'm assuming that he's like, and he like makes a sound, and I like, because I was looking over here ignoring him, and then I like look back and I see that he's like bleeding. So
Yeah.
I'm going to. I'm like, where are you bleeding from? What happened? Are you shot? What happened? I'm just gonna like talk to him, I guess,
will-
and like try to. I want to run over and help, but I also don't want to get shot myself. So
I will move over in front of him and then try to cast a spell and cure the wound.
So, Wick Moss on top of his dam saw no projectile, right?
No projectiles. Really quickly,
Okay.
Basil, you were examining the dam as this happened.
I was walking around it doing my museum docent routine.
Yeah, go ahead and move your token to wherever you think you would have been in
Okay.
that moment, and the same with the rest of you. You all were kind of like perusing around, so I want to give you the opportunity to kind of set the stage for me here.
I would have been here writing in the book
Yeah.
and looking at the stonework.
Okay. All
my
right.
back would have
looking
been
for
turned to
his
him,
brain.
ignoring him.
Okay.
Because
but then
he was-
suddenly you see him bleeding and you're concerned, directing your attention at Basil. Merrick, you are nearby, and you said you were...
I would like to cast a spell and try to cure the wound. What
Yeah.
kind of wound is it that I see? Do I see like something sticking out of him? Do I see a puncture mark or a slash?
You see a puncture about like 2 inches across in a spot where his armor is not covering on his side.
Save your magic. It's not that bad. Something worse.
And like you all have a moment before stuff's gonna happen and go down. So you can, if you are quickly reacting to like suddenly cast your spell and close the wound, that's fine. Wick, you also have a moment to react.
Would we have gotten spells back during our walk here?
Yes,
no?
absolutely.
I cast invisibility on Cacophony.
Okay.
I'm gonna
actually hope it works.
Put my
Finally.
shield up in front of myself, I guess. Oh, I'm invisible. Oh my god, I'm invisible, you guys. I'm gonna steal so much
Is she
stuff.
actually invisible? Can none of us see her?
Yeah, so there is oh, that's not like the best icon, but yeah, that is the invisibility icon. You reach over and touch Cacophony, and suddenly she disappears, Wick. It's crazy.
Ooh,
You don't see her.
Oh,
That's
wait.
this is what it looks like when it works, Wick.
But can she see herself?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Always a good question. How does your invisibility work, Nick?
Yeah, Nick, I know the answer to this in my world. What about you?
What's the answer in your world, John?
They can see themselves, and they don't know they're invisible. They have to trust it on blind faith alone.
Oh
Huh.
my.
Interesting. I hadn't actually ever considered that.
It does fit into our established invisibility
Yep.
shtick that we've done on this before.
That's fair. I like that. Yeah. Let's go with it.
Okay, I
Am I
cast
invisible
invisibility
now?
on Cacophony. Cacophony, find our foe and stab them in the neck. And then,
You got
shield
it,
up,
boss.
armor out.
Basil has said, "Don't heal me. I'm fine." So instead, I will bless his weapon and turn it magical, and then I will try to stand in between him and where I saw the wound. Like if the wound's on his right side, I'm gonna stand on his right. If the wound's on his left side, I'm gonna stand on his left and try to put myself between him and whatever was firing.
Can I get up high? I want to like fly up high and see if I can see like.
So
like,
I said that there
where
would be
enemies
just
are
a
coming
moment
from.
to act before something else happens. So let me
Never mind.
Let me describe, and then
Would you like me to cast a spell for
yes,
the
yeah,
weapon
please do.
first? Okay.
All right. Oh, that's wonderful. Another invisibility. Failed. Fantastic. I'll just mark another dot right there.
Shadow, I'm so sorry.
Merrick.
Nick, that wasn't invisibility. That was a.
Oh, sorry.
that
Yes,
was
that
the
was
magic
cure wounds.
weapon.
Yep. Sorry.
No, it was blessed weapon.
good sir.
Magic
I
weapon.
casted magic weapon.
Oh my god.
Nick.
Weapon.
He skipped healing. He went for
Okay.
blessed weapon.
Sorry.
Went for offense. It failed.
Okay. And it
Better
fails
that, right?
not because your magic has failed you at this opportunity, but it's because you too have been stabbed. Suffer 6 damage minus armor.
Oh,
This
my
time,
God,
as
we gotta
as
get outta
you are
here.
actively moving, this target has a harder time and doesn't quite get to completely ignore your armor. And as you also experience the strange sensation of being stabbed, you hear a voice echoing out across the water. And it carries very well because the water is very full and it just bounces right off. And the voice shouts out, or not shouts, but calls out, "Rejoice, for you are about to be offered to the Great One, the one who will bring a veil over the world." And
Can you
stepping
show up so I can fight you?
and stepping out behind a tree to your north is a robed and hooded figure who has in tow a dwarf that he just shoves to the ground. And in fact, it's the dwarf who you see first. He just gets pushed from behind this tree and shoved to the ground. And this hooded figure who is carrying, just completely decked out in black and red black robes with a red trim and a white hood. They have a strange geometric pattern on them themselves. He's carrying a staff as well as a cutlass that is entirely black. And he says, "It is no matter whether or not you resist. Your sacrifice will be made." And stepping out from behind a bunch of trees are other cultists, also donned with black robes. Nothing in particular important about their robes. No geometric patterns. But they are largely wielding ranged weapons.
We're gonna die, you guys.
And Wick, you. I'm just gonna telegraph something else that's going on. You feel an attempt to pierce through your armor.
I block it.
Your armor blocks it. I'm not even making a move. I'm just telling you that something is happening. And all of these cultists have ranged weapons: crossbows, spears.
Do they have invisible ammunition?
No, they do not. But they are all of their arrows are trained on you. And I think that this might be a good point to stop.
ooh,
Yep.
cliffhanger.
Yeah. Okay.
And I want to be really clear: the numbers are gravely not in your favor.
Yeah, I see that.
But
Right.
you know, what RPG party did that ever stop from trying to fight their way out?
No, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jesus, Nick.
Uh-huh.
It's like you're mad at us or something.
No,
Almost like the
I'm
counter's
just-
designed to.
Oh yeah, actually, let me
Do something
reveal a couple more that I forgot to reveal there.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
go
they're
ahead
12.
and,
Okay, the little guy up at the very
Yeah,
top. Mhm.
let's see. Let's count them. There's 5 over on that side, 6 on that side, and then you know, there appears to be some other invisible folks knifing you.
I wonder if.
Oh, that
Okay.
was.
Wait, are
was
they
that,
actually
was that-
invisible?
was that 2 invisibilities y'all failed over the last mission? Yeah, we'll just go cross those out.
Oh
What?
my
No,
God.
only one.
All right.
The invisibility this time was passed. It was 1 magic weapon and 1 invisibility. that got
Yes, but there have been other invisibilities failed, including one very recently.
True.
It was at the wedding. I thought we were past all of that.
All right, this has been Fable Table, Song of the Ravenlands. Thank you so much to everyone for watching. We really appreciate all of your support, just showing up and hanging out in the chat. All of the subscriptions that we've been seeing recently have been absolutely amazing. I'm just floored. Millman and Valid Opinion in particular today. Thank you so much for your support. Anyone have any shout outs before we go tonight?
Tune in next week to watch us die.
We're gonna die hard.
I don't think so. I will be very clear that this absolutely could be a lethal encounter. It doesn't necessarily have to be.
We should have kept those mules.
True.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Mwah.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.